This is episode 601. And today we're going to be talking about 7 steps to an achievable goal. So part of, coaching, generally speaking, and part of my coaching is obviously to help clients set and reach goals. But the key here is achievable goals. We want to know the steps that we're taking. And there are so many methods out there. And this is one that I use often, which works. There are many others. The key is to, one, identify your goal as it's being specific, and two, then just, be aware of the benefits that's going to have in your life when you achieve it. I'm going to go through the other steps here or additional steps here right now, but we first want to discuss what is a goal. A lot of people will put down goals that they've already achieved in their life. And Tony Robbins talks about, one of the underlying principles of setting a goal and achieving it is you have to be a different person to achieve that goal. If you stay the person you are, then that goal is not outside your comfort zone. Basically, my philosophy is goals need to be outside your comfort zone. If it's inside your comfort zone, it's a to-do list. A goal would not be, let me wash the car. That's a to-do list because you've already washed it. You don't have to change who you are. A goal would, a goal would be, or not a goal, a to-do list is, I want to bench 225. You've already done it. That's not a goal, that's a to-do list. So we want to take a look at truly what is a goal. And first we have to know what your comfort zone is, right? And that can be done by looking at past history. It can be done by when you start to feel uneasy to do something or commit to something. But we want to look at that because that goal is a destination that when we travel towards it, we change as a person. We grow as a person. We become mentally stronger or physically stronger or emotionally stronger or spiritually stronger as a person. So we want to make sure that when we set a goal, it is outside our comfort zone. There's a lot of challenges out there these days about, hey, I challenge you to do this and this. The challenges are great. And most of them are comprised of things that you've already done. Now they just put them in a sequence. Yes, it may be challenging to do it, but is it really good? Did you really change that dramatically as an individual? This is where my philosophy is. It has to be outside your comfort zone and you have to do something different. You have to grow as a person. So that's what I consider a goal. So when we set a goal, we should understand what it is. Now we want to understand how to set goal. This is a lot of ways. We can do the SMART method. We can do achievable outcome from NLP. There are a lot of ways to set the goal. One of the ways, which includes a goal, is the GROW model, which is, set your goal, right? It has to be at least specific and measurable. Then you take a look at your current reality versus the goal. And then you look at the resources that you need, right? So that's the R. And then you look at the obstacles that might come your way and devise ways around them. And then the W is who's going to do it, when are you going to do it, and what are you going to do? So we set the goal and then we answer those questions. And there are other methods, right? The SMART method is specific, measurable, and that M could be measurable, motivational. But the thing is, on the goal, it has to be motivating. It has to be a want. And when you set it, so I'm going to combine these 2 points together. When you set it, ask yourself if there is anything that would get in the way of you achieving that. If there is, don't bother setting it because if you already quit in your mind. But if you can answer it, there is nothing, I'm 100% committed, then go for it. But if there's a little bit, if you 100% committed, you'll do it. If it's 99%, chances are you won't. Chances. But right, because we're giving ourselves an out. Well, if I don't wake up in the morning, I can't do it. Well, if this happens, I'm not going to do it. When we set a goal, we have to be 100% committed to it, that nothing is going to stand in our way. And so when we set that goal and we come up with this GROW model, we'll be able to devise a plan on how to go and create that or get that goal. So part of that W, who, what, and when is actions required. So you have this goal, you see the gap, what actions are required? If it's to improve your bench press, I'm just going to use that for an example, what actions are required? Well, depending which system you use, either weekly or twice a week, you go in and you either have to increase your reps by one or increase your poundage by 1 pound. One of those two, those actions are required. So you have to lift regularly, or at least once a week, right? Think about it. If your bench was a goal, and I said all you need to do is add 1 pound a week. At the end of a year, you would have upped your bench by 52 pounds. By 2 pounds a week, it would be over 100 pounds. So then we want to know what actions are required. Well, I need to go to the gym. I need to eat healthy. I need to recover. I need sleep. So it's just not the actions that you're taking, but sometimes it's the actions that you don't take to support the recovery of that, in this particular case, a fitness goal. But looking at the actions, one of the things is, let's say you wanted to try, your goal was to create a beautiful Thai food dish for your significant other. Great. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow night, and I'm going to make it with chicken. Great. What actions are required? Well, you need to get the chicken. Well, do you have, the R in grow is resources. Do you have a cookbook? Do you have all the spices? Do you have the correct Oh, I don't have all that. So the action required to be get a recipe, get the spices, and get the cooking utensils. And then once you start moving towards a goal, except for the dinner goal, we're looking at something a little bit more complicated. You need to analyze your results to make sure what you're doing is working. If you're bench pressing, again, we'll use that, and you're at 200, and next week you do 200, the week after that you do 200, the week after that you're not making any progress. So we have to analyze what's going on. If that's your 1 rep max each time, perhaps your nutrition, perhaps your sleep, perhaps your hydration, whatever it is, we would need to look at it. But you have to analyze your results, because the goal is actually a lagging indicator. When you hit your goal, it's an indication of doing the process correctly. Your process goals are leading indicator, meaning that if you're hitting your process goals, you'll eventually hit your lagged goals. So analyzing the results is essential, especially in sales. If you have a goal of whatever, it might be a quota for making meetings, it might be a quota for selling products or services, and you haven't sold any, you need to go back and look at what has happened. How many people did you talk to? What were the objections? How did you answer it? You need to analyze the results along the way so that you can correct and continue to hit that goal. This is one thing that a lot of people do not do, is analyze the results. They go, yeah, I did it, or no, I didn't. This is not a binary measurement system. This is a analytical system to make sure that what you're doing is getting to where you want to go. Then you ask, after you analyze the results, what steps do I need to take today? Better, what steps do I need to take now? You don't wait for tomorrow to take the steps. You don't wait for the end of the day. What steps can you take now? And this, well, I can't, because we always have choice to make a decision to go after a goal or do something else. And sometimes the step is just simply write down what I need to do and then do it. So the step I need to do right now is, by the end of the day, I need to do X, Y, and Z. You write it down, and by the end of the day, you get it accomplished. But we want to make sure that the step we take is in the present moment, whether you talk about a minute, hour, or day. It does not go out beyond the day. The next step you need to do. The first step is the next step, and the next step is the first step. So you want to determine, what do you need to do today to get you closer to that goal? And then review your progress. This is analyzing the results and reviewing the progress, very, very similar, but this progress is progress from the gap, from the reality to where you are. How are you getting closer? The results, the analyzing the results are the steps along the way, and we want to analyze that gap. We want to say, wow, I'm 20% there, I'm 30% there, I'm 40% there, I'm 80% there. And as we measure that progress and know we're getting closer to the goal, our motivation will get elevated, and we'll start doing more action and more progress. And then eventually through the whole thing, every day when you're analyzing, after you set your goal, you take your actions, what actions do you take today? Asking yourself, what worked? Great. What didn't work? Stop it. What needs improvement? Tweak it. So what worked, keep doing. What didn't work, you stop. And what needs improvement, you tweak it. We often keep doing the same things, even if we're making a little bit of progress, even though it's detrimental. There's maybe things in there that are stopping us. So we want to analyze that, stop doing the things that aren't working, do more of what is working, and then perhaps do some tweaks to improve to enhance the improvement. So these are just seven steps to achievable goals. Again, there's many more depending on your goal, depending on your time frame. If you're working with your coach will help you. If you're not working with a coach, contact me and we can start to look at setting up some really awesome goals. But keep in mind, goals are here to help you stretch and grow as a person. Achievement of goals can be sometimes painful. It may hurt to achieve that goal. It won't be a physical, sometimes it will be physical, but it's just going to feel so uncomfortable, but it's going to be painful. We only grow through the pain. And this is a sign you're moving out of your comfort zone, and it's a good thing. Yes, it's a good thing to feel the pain, the discomfort, and move out of your comfort zone. If you'd like to see the show notes on this podcast, you can go over to warriormindcoach.com. While you're there, you can find some blog posts and other podcasts, as well as a way for a introductory breakthrough session. Since you'll be on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.